joining us to analyze the latest political developments is political strategist Malu Tiquia. Good morning, ma'am. Thank you for joining us again on the show. Ma'am Malu?
Hi, good morning,
Yes.
Diego, and
Denise?
parang hindi si Angela ito. Hi!
Nasa Netherlands
Denise.
si Angela. Ma'am Malu.
Okay, good morning sa inyo, good morning sa mga nanonood at nakikinig.
All right, ma'am, let's start off with this. No? We were talking to Congressman Valeriano and we were talking about yung NUP and medyong lumalabas sa report, divided sila with regards to how the impeachment vote for the Vice President should go. So ano pong impact nito, do you think, on the whole process?
Well, siguro tingnan natin, Diego, when they released that statement and was clarified by DS Puno, it would appear that it was a party decision, no? That it was further explained individually by the members. I would say that it's essentially a trial balloon on how voters will react on such a statement. They're the first political party to come up with such statement, and my sense is that they were trying to contrast themselves from all other political parties. I understand that there will be a Lakas meeting and an NPC meeting over the weekend. So I guess this is the sensing part of the leadership of each political party to determine where their members are.
Itong meeting from both parties, ang issue is impeachment or alliances na po ito, Ma'am Malu?
It's on the impeachment. I think they need to come out with a party decision on that because it is important that they know the numbers. As your former guest was saying, you need 105 to transmit it to the Senate. The fact that the 1/3 of immediate transmittal to the Senate was not arrived is for me telling, since you would see already a division, a fracture in the wanted, kasi nung first impeachment, I think they had 235 or something, no? So it's a huge disparity from the previous to today. And I would say that is because of the declaration of the intent of the Vice President. When you bring 2028 into the picture, politicians would definitely change one way or the other.
Ma'am, speaking of, you mentioned division, no? How does this exactly, this development reflect the broader political climate in the House regarding Vice President Duterte?
Well, you would see that by probably there'll be an every week sensing or feeling their way through in terms of the numbers. When it was referred, when they will discuss the 4 impeachments on Monday, and there is that background of the ICC. So you see Duterte at the international level, Duterte at the domestic level. Politicians will, especially those who are subject to re-election, both in the House and in the Senate, would really have to go and sense their constituents on the issue. Kasi nagiging political na.
All right, ma'am, given that all of the things that are happening, no, you have the ICC trial, you have this impeachment in the lower house. What do you make in the sense of alignments that are happening leading up to 2028? Do you see the Duterte bloc strengthening already? Or do you see that the PBBM side is medyo nagpapanik because meron supposedly he's wearing pink socks right now? Cryptic messages, that's hard to read. Sasabihin it's not political, but the pink socks tells a lot eh.
Well, Diego, as you very well know, anything and everything in Philippines is political. The pink socks, although may not be good as an optic, is signaling to everyone that Mayor Robredo is very important for the president. Insofar as the Duterte base, and I keep repeating, the only candidate who has a political base, or what we call as the baluarte,
Yes.
is Vice President Inday Sara. There are only two scenarios. Either you consolidate, which means you expand the base, or there's fracture.
Yeah.
When there is fracture, then the tendency of others can come in. So dito, when she declared her intention, there was consolidation. The different organizations became alive, and as we speak, they are moving to consolidate further and determine where the weak geographical areas are. In terms of sino magiging kalaban, I think it's very clear that the opposition is being positioned as being Dilaw, Pink, and Makabayan. But the point of them agreeing to work as an alliance is the problematic area. In terms of the administration would have to define sino ba yung aking nunumbrahan. Until now, if you are not able to do that, then there is always the advantage of the person who declared early to be able to move along the different fissures in the political landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wait, before I turn, no, I'd like to clarify one thing with regards to the impeachment on VP Sara. Anong impact nito in terms of undecided voters? Will this, kasi alam mo, the Filipino, they're a sucker for those who are dehado eh. So do you think this will be a positive for VP Sara if it's transmitted to the Senate? As a parang senyalis na parang iniipit siya masyado?
Oo, tama yun, Diego, no? The Duterte brand has always been an underdog, an outlier. And in this landscape where the vice president decided to change it from being defendant to being competitive frontliner,
Yeah.
she introduced the card of politika. No? So makikita mo, tuwi mong babanatan siya, it's really politika because of the 2028.
Yeah.
Tuwi mo siyang dudurugan, demolish, it will always go back to underdog yan, Mindanawan yan, kaya ganyan ginagawa. And I mean, in certain camps has been saying she can still be pulp dry. I don't understand what their definition of pulp dry is because since 2023, less than a year in office, she has been demolished. The whole kitchen sink has been thrown. The house, wherever that is, has been thrown at her, and she still stands. And even the story of the trend analysis in all survey results show that.
Yeah.
Bababa ng konti within the margin of error, aangat ng by more than the margin of error. And when you look at the geographical areas where she is gaining miles and miles, it's always Mindanao and Central Visayas.
Yeah, that's right.
Which means the Cebu, no? So sa Mindanao, nakakakuha siya ng 70%, 80%. That's base. And if you are able to get Central Mindanao at 60% and her base, which means the voters supporting her across election cycles, that's like 30 to 35%. So you're just looking at Luzon, which is 56% of the total registered voters. You get 10% there, then you'll get 44, 45. So, but if you're going to work really hard, Luzon can be 20% and you can be majority president. So those are the numbers. And for so long as the 30 to 35% of the base
Yeah, that's right.
will not melt, and I don't see it melting with the impeachment. Kasi yun na yun eh. Yun yung baluarte ng Duterte. So, siguro ang mawawalaan yung medyo fence-sitter, no? Or not yet decided. Pero dahil maaga siyang nag-declare, marami ang nagsasabi na dito na ako, ito na yung kandidato ko. So those are cards in play in the arena that has been changed.
Ma'am, on the side of things in The Hague, Netherlands naman, no, ang daming, many things unfolded yesterday and today it continues. Any expectations? What's your assessment on what Kaufman said?
Well, I'm very happy at the way Attorney Kaufman has defended the president in his opening statement. If you read it or you hear his presentation, this is a person who understands Filipino culture, Filipino words, the context of each word. And to a certain degree, he understands the president on this war on illegal drugs. Having said that, I don't see it as a crime against humanity because the prosecution characterized President Duterte as Hitler. Hitler distinguished 6 million Jews. Let it be clear that in itself is a crime against humanity. The president, they were only able to present, I think, 43 witnesses or cases, and karamihan doon, hindi naman karamihan, parang 5 doon drug lords. So it's really the persuasiveness, the use of the words and the use of the data that will swing this case, no? To a certain degree, I would hope that the defense would be ruled as being favorable by the judges, but I also do understand that the prosecution need to go to the presentation of evidence and to the actual trial. So this is touch and go. If we will be there for the trial, I think that can go 10 to 20 years. And really, the president has said that he has accepted his fate. So those are the things happening behind such oral presentations by both sides.
Yeah.
And I just hope that justice be rendered.
All right. Thank you for your insights, political strategist Malu Tikia.
Thank you.